Hello everybody, Zika Trophy here, and welcome to Z News on Pokemon Go Gen 4, guys. Has been teased, as you can see with this video. It's a very teasing video. I'm not going to play it because of copyright things, but I didn't realize until recently, I guess, they made notice of this, like, community notes, upcoming changes to Pokemon Go, and I was going to wait to do this video, but I guess I have to do it on the fly right now, because I want to report this information as soon as possible. This is big news, this is big speculations. I want to call some speculations that I'm hoping could happen on the fly, by the way. This is all on the fly. So, we're going to read off what this says. Are you ready for a Sinnoh adventure? We're excited to let you know that in preparation for the arrival of Pokemon originally discovered in the Sinnoh region, we are making two key shifts to the game balance in the coming weeks. These changes are based on trainer feedback and designed to promote an important overall experience. Changes to Pokemon migration and behavior. As you explore the world of Pokemon Go, the following changes will affect the Pokemon that appear around you. First, we are making adjustments to weather, and moving forward, it will have a reduced effect on the rate at which Pokemon appear. What does that mean? We are making adjustments to weather, and moving forward, it will have reduced effect on the rate at which Pokemon appear. Interesting. Second, as you explore a given area, you will notice that a greater variety of Pokemon species will appear over time and at different rates. I kind of like that. And third and last, certain areas such as parks and nature reserves will now contain more varied Pokemon species. God, I got a hair in my mouth. That's gonna be great. Changes to Pokemon effectiveness in battle. Alright, it got me on board on this. We also want to use this opportunity to rebalance in-game battle mechanics. You may notice some of the following changes in the coming weeks. The first one being CP values will be adjusted going forward to improve game balance. Alright, so I just want to say, they've done this before. Pokemon have had CP adjustments. In fact, some Pokemon had their CP go up. Some of the Pokemon CP went down. And, you know, it really balanced in between strong Pokemon, weaker Pokemon, buffing a Pokemon that should have been stronger, downgrading a Pokemon so it wasn't as strong, and it was actually a really good adjustment, because I think, like, at the top of my head, Rhydon got a huge CP boost, which is great. This also could mean that they're adjusting some of the Pokemon that can evolve in Gen 4. So, like, for example, Rhydon, if you have like a 2000 CP Rhydon, it might drop to 1500, you know, to keep consistency with its next evolution. The HP values will be adjusted to close any gap between high HP Pokemon and low HP Pokemon. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. That's really weird. Pokemon defense and stamina values will be regionally rebalanced, allowing higher defensive Pokemon to be valuable in battle by outlasting opponents rather than simply running out the clock. Ooh, I like that. So that means that if you're having a defensive Pokemon like an Aggron, a Tyranitar, you know, Pokemon you somehow are always recommend using, but they're too slow, will actually have a combat value to it instead of just being, I'm a bulky Pokemon, my job's to survive type of deal. Defense values also have been slightly, I'm not even going to say that word, reduced for most Pokemon. Changes like these will help narrow the gap between Pokemon with the highest defense stats and other Pokemon. I think that kind of sums up what I just said, actually. It's kind of like that. So the last thing, moving forward, you can expect to see further tweaks designed to help trainers and their Pokemon reach their full potential. We're looking forward to experiencing these changes with you as we explore the world together. Let's get out there and go. So this is from the Global Community Manager, actually. I just realized that. So the main reason why they're doing these changes is to actually balance out a lot of things before Gen 4 comes out, which is fine. I'm glad that they're actually doing this. They're balancing things that should have been balanced. Things that, like, a lot of people were wondering what was going to happen when Gen 4 came out and you had a bigger Pokemon that did evolve. Like, would Rhydon just go instantly into a 4000 CP? Would it break 3000? I think the adjustments are going to make it so that the Pokemon CP doesn't go skyrocketing high. It's the same thing with the defense, the attacks, all that. It's just minor adjustments to prepare for the upcoming gen and everything. Now, we're going to be going in to speculations. And right here, I have the Pokedex for Gen 4, the entire Pokemon, all of them, up. Get rid of those ads. I didn't even realize those ads. What is this? What is this? I don't know why it's all. Okay. It's fine. We'll work with this. We'll work with this. It's fine. I thought it was just going to be Gen 4 Pokedex entry, but I guess it's the actual entries. So, first things we got are their starters. I don't know how they're going to be done with that. There's probably going to be an event for an increased spawn. Be expecting a community event with them anyway. Starly's going to be the new Pidgey. Bidoof is going to be the new Zangoose. Kricketone's going to be the new Ladybug. Shinx, I don't know what's going to be going on with Shinx actually. I'm really interested in that. It's probably going to be like an uncommon Pokemon. That's a Gen 1. That's a Gen 1. The Dew, that evolves into Roselia, right? That might be a little uncommon. Roserade, same thing. I mean, you don't see too much Roselia, actually, which is odd. Gen 1s, Gen 1s, Gen 1s. Alright, so Cranidos and Shieldon, which are fossil Pokemon, I've always counted them as a rare. I think it's the same thing, because you barely see Anrets or even am I thinking the right Pokemon? Anret? I think that goes into Amalord and I don't remember, but the fossil Pokemon are a little, out there. They're kind of uncommon. So I think that's getting the same thing unless you're in a certain location. There's Gen 1s. Grimmary, the evolution into the Moth is probably going to replace like Caterpies and Wurmples and everything. Like speaking of Wurmple, we have Wurmple and everything here for some reason. But I think they're going to end up replacing that. I don't know what they're going to be doing with the different forms. I think it might just be weather-based. I don't know. Maybe some regional promotion thing. Let's skip that. Combee, kind of the same thing. Kind of replace it, maybe. Pachirisu is probably going to be a replacement for Pikachu. So whatever the chances of Pikachu showing up, it's going to be the same thing. Bleazel is going to be a water Pokemon. So it's probably going to show up more in a water location. Chirby, I don't remember if it evolves into this Cherum. I don't know. This might just be like kind of a common Pokemon. Shelios is going to be the interesting one. I think it's going to be a little uncommon, but it's going to be one of those regional things like Puzzle and Minun to get its form color thing. I mean, there's really no difference. It just looks different. But I think that's going to be a region Pokemon. Like one half the globe's going to get the pink one half's going to get the blue one. And they're going to alternate at some point if they ever do, because I never seen Puzzle and Minun actually switch. Amphipom, I mean, this goes back into what I was saying earlier. If you have enough Amphipom candy, you're going to obviously evolve it. I'm pretty sure everybody has enough by this point. So I don't know what they're going to be doing with Amphipom. Yeah, Amphipom. I don't know if it's going to have a spawn rate. Or just Amphipom is just going to have more of a spawn. Drifloon, I think in a windy weather, this Pokemon will absolutely show up more. Absolutely. Baneri's probably going to be that little uncommon but kind of common level. Mismagius, I mean, if you don't have enough Mischievous, we all know how hard it is to get Mischievous. Murkrow is probably going to be the only bird that's going to stay as like a common. And then we have Honchkrow. I mean, it might just disappear because of Honchkrow, but I don't know. Glameow is probably going to replace the spawn rate of Meow, so kind of once in a while type of Pokemon. Chingling is the evolved form, well, is the previous evolution to Chimecho. I've only seen ever one Chimecho in the wild. I really have. So this might not show up too often. Stunky, probably kind of the same thing, honestly. Bronzor is going to be absolutely interesting. I think that's going to be a rare. It's going to be hard to find. So, good luck. Bonsly, we know what's going to happen. It's going to be an egg Pokemon. Same thing with Mime Jr. Oh. Hold on. Hold on. We need to talk about this for a moment. So, Mr. Mime is a regional Pokemon, right? Would that mean Mime Jr. might be a region egg to hatch? I never thought of that. Because, like I said, Mr. Mime is a regional Pokemon. It's in England. And the only way to get it, Mr. Mime is, go there. And if you get a 10 egg from that area and hatch it, it's the only way. Is Mime Jr. going to be a regional baby Pokemon? Or are they going to change this to Mime? That's... Ooh. I don't think they're going to add in this Mime Jr. for a while because of that. I think they're going to wait on it to see what they're going to think about. Happiny is another baby Pokemon. Cleffa is another baby Pokemon. Cheta, that might actually be another Pidgey Pokemon. But I can't really guess on that. Alright, so this is where things are going to get complicated. Spiritomb. Absolutely going to take forever to find. It's the same thing with the Grubble. Garchomp is probably one of the strongest Pokemon ever in the game. It's probably going to be as rare as a Lavadar. Like, this is a Lavadar replacement. Spiritomb, it's just going to be rare. It's simple as that. But Gible, it's absolutely replacing Tyranitar spawn rate. Munchlax, baby Pokemon again. I don't know what they're going to do with Rayleigh. I really feel like Rayleigh and Lucario are going to somehow become a regional Pokemon. I don't know why. It's the same thing with Mime Jr. They might hold off on that if Lucario does become a regional Pokemon. It's really hard to tell with them. But I have a feeling Lucario is going to be regional. Hippopotamus, whatever his name is, probably going to be a rare, but you're going to be able to easily find them in certain locations, I feel like, type of deal. Like, rare to find if you're not in the right location. If you go to this here, you do. Azumarill, big Pokemon again, hatching. Scorpy, I feel like this is going to be a Pokemon that's only going to show up more if its types show up more, like in the weather boosted. It's the same thing with Krogunk, actually. I think that's another thing that's going to happen. These two Pokemon are going to be weather dependent. Carnivine, I think that's going to be like almost like Execute or Executor level, where it shows up once in a while. That's Gen 2 Pokemon. Finian, it's almost like a Magikarp, but more common. No, this replaces Goldeen, actually. This replaces Goldeens. That's what I think. Mankite, same thing, baby Pokemon. Snover and Absnow, that's going to be another interesting one, because I think that's also going to be weather dependent as well as rare, but I absolutely think this is going to be weather dependent Pokemon right here. Weavile, I mean, if you don't have Sneasels, then Sneasel's probably not going to change too much. Alright, so here's the interesting ones. Uxie, Mercifit, and Azella. I don't think when they introduce the legendaries, these will be the first three. I think these will be after the first original three, which will be Delegate, Pelican, and Giratina. But we'll talk about Giratina in a moment because there's a prediction. What is going on my nose? Manaphy, the Pokemon I thought was Gen 3. I don't know what they're going to do this, because Manaphy and Finian, whatever... Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Like, I got something in my nose or something. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen with that. They might just throw them in an egg, but I feel like that would be too easy. They might just do it like a easy rate to do. But I don't know. Alright, so Rotoms, we're just going to look at the normal Rotom for now, because I don't know how they would do the forms. Like, there's still that speculation about the Oxus. Just normal Rotom, I think, is going to be heavily weather dependent. They might not even add Rotom in right away. That might be a Pokemon they might wait on. Gligar or Gliscor, I mean, if you don't have enough Gligar, it's probably going to not change too much. Nosepass, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna be doing in those pests. I barely see no pet misses unless they're in a nested area for them. So here's the interesting one. Gallade. I remember to get Gallade, you need a route that is male. So, while the psychic event is up, ladies and gentlemen, try to get a male Gallade. If I'm wrong about this, please correct me on it. But this is going to be a very interesting Pokemon because it's probably going to be evolution. The Relt is actually not easy to find as it is, but during the psychic event they do show up quite often. So try to get them. Get them as soon as possible so you can evolve into a Gallade if I'm right about this. Lickitung into Licky. Lickitung isn't really that easy to find. And if you have enough candy for Lickitung, then you evolve into Licky. But I don't know. I feel like that's going to be a regional Pokemon too, because of its design. Like it's weird, but I don't think they would make that into a regional. It'd be weird. Leafeon and Glaceon. Speaking of regionals, I absolutely think the way they're going to do Leafeon and Glaceon is that you need to get them evolved at a certain weather in a certain world or something. I don't know. I think they're going to do something weird with it, and I think it's going to be a regional thing. That's my honest opinion. Togekiss, I mean, you hatch Togepi. Like, I have never seen a wild Togepi, ever. Like, I have Togetic, and I'm waiting to get Togekiss now. So, that's all I could say. Magnezone, I mean, Magnemite shows up mostly, like, on weather dependent, it seems, so that's how you get Magnezone. Tangela, if you didn't hatch enough of them from the stupid regional event thing, I don't know what to tell you. Same thing with Yanma. I mean, I rarely saw Yanma, and like once it was a Ditto, so it's annoying. Rhyhorn into the Rhyperior. I barely see Rhyhorn actually too. I mean, some weather boosted sometimes I do. Duskull into Dusclops into Dusknoir. I mean, during the Halloween event, I got a bunch of Duskulls. Oh, and Dusclops actually. So I have enough candy, I think. I don't know, it's hard to find Duskulls as it is, unless it's weather boosted. Porygon, if you didn't hatch them from the regional eggs to get Porygon Z, then I don't know what to tell you. Elekid is... No, sorry, Electivire is the Gen 4. Kind of same deal, just hatch them or try to find... Oh, you can find them in raids, it's the same thing with Magmar, but that might change. I just remembered, I think they're going to add battle items for these, because you do need battle items, if I remember. Say the other so anyway, Swinub shows up a lot, actually. So if you don't have enough candy, I don't know what to tell you. Frostless, I don't remember what you need to do to get Frost... Oh, you need a Melting Stone or something? Sunstone? Something like that. To get Frostless, so... Battle item. Alright, and then it's Giratina. Oh, hold on, no, you're missing Pokemon. Hold on. Pokemon remaining excluded. Heatran, Regigigas, Castelia, Affinity, Darkrai, Shaman, and Arceus. Alright, so let's talk about them real quick then. Heatran... I don't know, I feel like they would just do that as like an event. Or they would just do Heatran, Cerealia, and then Darkrai. I don't know how they would do Shaman. Actually, Shaman is like the Mew Pokemon or anything. I think that would be the next special research thing. Regigigas, they might just bring the Regis back as an event, and then the fourth Pokemon is Regigigas. Arceus, I think that's just going to be like the next EX Pokemon, like absolutely. But Giratina. Now I know you guys are probably thinking, why didn't he say Dalaga, Palkia, and Giratina? Because you know they did the birds, they did the beast, they did the Gen 3. I don't even know what they call them. But if you watch the teaser trailer, Giratina's eyes show up at the end. And it's very particular. I don't know if it's because if it's a fan favorite, but I think the psychic event is going on right now. And I don't think that's the Halloween event. I think the Halloween event is going to happen again like last year. They put in Ghost Pokemon from Gen 3, and that was it. I think they're going to put in the Ghost Pokemon of Gen 4, and as a raid, Giratina, because it is a Ghost Dragon. And it would be super cool to do that. I don't know if that's going to be true. This is only speculation, but I think Giratina is going to show up as a raid. There's no doubt about it that would make sense to me. I should say, actually. I shouldn't say no doubt about it, because there's no proof that we're having an actual Halloween event. I don't even know when the Mewtwo raid thing ends. Like, I'm going to slowly look into Pokemon Go, actually, while I'm finding this, but I'm going to scroll, because I feel like I've missed the idea of, like, naming regional Pokemon, because I don't see really any particular regionals. I mean, unless they, like, do something with Rotom for that, but that doesn't make any sense either. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they could be a jerk and do Squirpy and Grokong as regionals, but it's so hard to guess this, because, like, one of the biggest dilemma right now, where are ya? Did I go by ya? I think I went past it. I did. One of the biggest dilemmas is the fact that Mime Jr. evolves into Mr. Mime. And that is a problem, because what's gonna happen with Mr. Mime? Because it's a regional Pokemon. You can't make them both regionals. Like, that's really annoying to make only one baby Pokemon. Because at that point, you might as well make Chansey and everything regional. You might as well make Clefairy, Clefable regional, which it just doesn't make sense. It's really weird. Okay, so I do have an end date. It's October 23rd. Very particular. It's really interesting because they're ending on 23rd. Huh. I wonder if the Halloween event's gonna start on the 24th? I'm having a huge moment. Halloween's on the 31st, right? Yeah, Halloween's on the 31st. I mean, they're obviously going to replace a legendary raid. And I still think it's going to be Giratina, like, on the 24th. Or, you know, when Mewtwo actually ends. Like, we're probably going to see an update. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my calendar on my wall right here. Because I like to mark my calendar to just keep track of things. But, let's see. Because today, oh, hey, the 23rd is actually on a Tuesday, speaking of which. We have pretty much 2 weeks until that happens. I think we'll get more news by next Tuesday or next Friday. Like, we're gonna be hearing things. Because when does the psychic event end, actually? Now that I think about it, I mean, I should have just looked at that too. Because I didn't check that either. But the psychic event just might be for, like, Mewtwo or Celebration of Deoxys. Stand by. The phone is kind of having issues, but I think that's mainly why the psychic event is happening. It's not because it's a Halloween spooky thing, because they're not really spooky Pokemon. Where is it? Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. The psychic Pokemon event actually ends this Sunday. I didn't realize that. So, okay. So they might actually do a Halloween event right after. Or they might just wait. Actually, that would be perfect planning, because Sunday the event ends. we have next week until Mewtwo. But that's plenty of time to announce a Halloween event and then have it happen. I mean, they announced the psychic event on the day that it happened. Like, that could be a thing. But I don't know. I mean, it might also just happen after the community event, which is next Saturday. Not this upcoming Saturday, next Saturday. I don't know. There's a lot that they could do here. I don't know. I think you guys should let me know in the comments below and everything. Because this is a really interesting speculation, really exciting news to think about. So, let me know what you guys' thoughts on everything on this in the description below, or in the comments below the description, you know what I mean. But until then, like that like button, subscribe, leave a comment or two, I don't care, as long as I see you in the next video.